I love it. I love it. You know that saying, or whatever. It's like, are you deaf, blind, and stupid? It is sort of flipped, um, and it's more like stupid, deaf, blind. That's sort of the process that happens with people, and what I mean by that is when when I first started posting stuff like this on my channel, I was always hit with the "you're just a garbage player," or "you're a trash player." I knew that couldn't have been true because I've made so much money, and I know you guys don't know that, but I myself know this. That I've made so much money in poker, uh, from tournaments and cash. So I knew that just couldn't be it. But like any reasonable person, you start to try to do things a little bit differently, try to learn more, and that's what I did. I incorporated more math. Um, I eventually stepped into a live casino and actually played live poker, and I realized, oh no, it is definitely not me. It is definitely not me. Um, there is something going on here. So, that's how I got to my conclusion. I've seen this stuff. I've experienced it. There's times where I've gotten money back from these companies because it's like, hey, you were cheated. Here's your money back. Or it's not even all of my money. You guys know those stories. They give me like pennies on a dollar back, basically. So I knew that wasn't me, but I just had really no way to prove. But I really did. And someone said, hey, you should post your winnings. They were being a smartass. But I'm glad they were being a smartass because that's what I started to do. I didn't want to post my winnings and stuff like that because I'm not a bragger and I don't like to just stow and show my money. So I did. Years ago, I created different YouTube channels. Over the years, I have lost those channels because it's either old emails, so forth and so on. And I just don't have access to them. Now, one of those channels I did recently come across like maybe a year and a half ago. And it was actually someone else that came across it. And they brought it to my attention. And I linked it to this channel, but it was some old Bovada stuff. And I was talking about the same things and showing what was going on live, playing the cash game. I was telling you guys things that were going to happen. I was doing stupid things that I shouldn't have done, but I knew I was gonna win because again, it's just patterns. So I started posting that, but then I was like, you know what, maybe I should start posting on social media. So I created a Instagram. I think it was a Twitter or Facebook. I don't know. I lost access to that too because old email and just I wasn't with it like I am now with this particular channel. So there's stuff that you can find on the internet, but I do have more of a recent. I don't post now, but I do. You can go back and you can go look at some of the old cash. I was playing some of the highest games on Bovada back in like 2013, 14, 15, somewhere like up in those times. And then like I said, I started off in Fix game. I didn't know the difference of all these. So I started with Fix. I stuck with Fix. And then I started doing No Limit. But Fix was mostly my biggest wins on there because those games got pretty big. I don't care what anyone tell you. Those Fix games back then got pretty big. Like the biggest pot, which is unbelievable. But luckily there was multiple people in the hand. The pot got to almost about almost four or a little over. I think it's mid four or early fours, and I want to win in that pot. But those games got pretty big for the fixed limit. So I posted some of my my wins, some of my results. It wasn't like videos because it was just more like screenshots and things like that. And then I thought to myself, what that doesn't fix an issue because what's gonna happen next is I'm like, oh, and I was just thinking ahead. Oh, anybody can post, you know, a winning session and call themselves a winning player when they've done had like 20 losing. So I was like, okay, let me do one better. This is me thinking to myself. There's no one telling me this. Just me thinking to myself at this time. I was like, okay, so let me start posting my tournament wins. But around this time, I actually stopped loading money on these sites. And some of these sites, it actually had been years. And I'm not talking about like 1 or 2 years. I'm talking about 6 and 5 and 4 years, things like that. So I was like, okay, let me just start posting those results. And showing people what's going on these sites and talking them through it and, you know, so forth and so on, which is what I do now. So I started doing that. So those people that always talk about, oh, you're just a losing player and stuff, I shut them up with that, because I started showing, look at me, I am making multiple final tables. And if you think about it, when you're playing a lot of these lower tournaments, it is actually harder to win. And I'm going to tell you why. Because people will be like, oh, it's just $1. Oh, it's just 50 cents. Oh, it's just $5. Oh, it's just this. So they do stupid shit and then want to try to justify it. So it is a lot harder. It is a lot more tedious. But I started showing those results. I started showing that I'm cashing just about every tournament I'm in. I'm final tabling just about every tournament I'm in. And I'm also winning these tournaments. And I'm also winning and coming in, you know, first and second multiple times over and over and over. Multiple days in one day. Just things like that. So I shut them up with that. Then it became variance. They wanted to say variance. It's all about variance and all of this other stuff. So I knew about variance. I understand variance. A lot of times people would like to twist my words. I give a disclaimer every time. Bad beats are bound to happen. This and that are bound to happen. It will happen. I know it will happen. I'm not stupid. But when things start happening in a way in the manners that it happened, in the patterns, that's not variance. That's not random. That becomes much more. So after I debunked variance. And when it comes to online, that excuse, it's not rigged, it's just variance, which is bullcrap. I shut them up with that, and then it just became something else. So it's like, my whole point of telling you this, it's always something. It's always something. And this is a perfect example of this. Now, my goofy ass, after making that video last night and I posted it, I came across Ryan DePaulo, and I seen, you know, he was playing on America's Scam Room. So I left my comment, America's Scam Room in all its non-American glory. Now, I mean, what I really mean by that is they call it America's Card Room, but nothing is really American about them. All of their headquarters are elsewhere except America. All of their bank accounts are offshore. All of their servers are offshore. Things like that. So that's what I mean by that. They're not American. But so I left my goofy ass comment, and you always get that one person. So this person decided to say, just cause you're your stupid ass. Okay, but let me continue. It says, just cause you're a losing player doesn't make the site a scam. So I could tell already they did not watch any of my videos, which I don't even care because it's not even on my channel. But it's like, dude, like, and I'm glad someone came and stuck up for me here. You know, I did respond, but Instagram likes to hide or delete my comments, and I guess that's what they did here. Like after a few seconds, I guess they deleted and removed my comment. So I can see it, but I'm pretty sure no one else can see it anymore. They did it like within 20 seconds or I don't know, whatever. But I'm glad this person stuck up for me. Basically, you know, they're telling them to do their research because they even came onto my channel. I don't know if they watch any of my videos, but it looks like they may have possibly scrolled. So this person, later on, they respond, all I seen are videos titled of a fish crying about bad beats. So obviously you must have watched one of them after the fact, after this person told you. But then it's like you became, you went through the stupid phase because you said some stupid shit without doing your research. Then you came to the deaf stage where you basically didn't, I mean, you did listen, but you didn't, I mean, okay, you heard, but you didn't listen. I guess that's the way of putting it. Because you still didn't continue to do your research. Because if you would have actually watched videos, seen videos, clicked on videos, then you would have seen. And then the blind stage. He hit the blind stage. The blind stage is the last stage. Now he wants to act like, you know, all he's seen are videos titled this and that. But he did not see all of these videos of me titling wins or showing wins to, again, do what I was doing, shutting up these people that always say, oh, you're just a bad player. Because no, that is not the case. I'm not a bad player crying. I'm a good winning player. Making noise. It's like, it's okay for Joey Ingram to do it and say it, but no one else, because I'm not a so-called pro, I guess. In reality, I'm just as much as a pro. Because I've been playing for years, been investing the money that I've been winning and vacationing and buying luxury things with the money that I've been winning. You know, I may have not been playing in WSOPs and all of this crazy stuff, you know, building I guess a profile online in that sense, but I still win money. You know, there's people that do this for a living that win a great deal of money yearly, and we just don't know about. And some that people don't consider a pro because they're not all in these headlines or whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to point that out. I find it funny. I find it, and I just want. The reason I'm pointing it out is because I want to show you guys some of the things that I talk about with these stupid ass people. Their stupid ass comments, and just like I say in some of the other videos, you know, watch a few. Don't just watch one and want to make dumbass comments. You must understand, because all this person this person is doing everything typical. If you go online and you see anyone talk about these sites, you're gonna always see that one person. Oh, that person is just trash. And then if that person proves or show otherwise, it's either they shut up or it becomes something different. And it's always that same typical line. Oh, you're just a bad player. Then once you debunk that again, it's variance. It's like, come on, y'all, make up your own mind. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because after a while, it really gets old. It really gets old and tiring. But that's all I gotta say about that.